Hello, thanks for joining us for Curriculum and Catalog Management 101. Hi, my name's Eric Biella. I'm an engineering manager over the Curriculum and Catalog Management products. Thanks for joining me today. I want to start this presentation by talking about what we know the need is in the curriculum and catalog management landscape. We know there's a need to effectively manage and streamline the holistic curriculum process or life cycle and improve data accuracy and integrations across systems. So what's getting in the way of that? The problem is that administrative offices in higher education institutions are dealing with outdated, inefficient systems that require heavy manual and often duplicative data entry, which are at an increased risk for human error. These errors are then duplicated across multiple systems and locations because they aren't integrated across systems and because these systems generally lack transparency and visibility into the process. It becomes more difficult to clean up the data and successfully manage the process. We believe the best way to solve this is to begin with curriculum first. And this is an approach supported by 6 years of experience and product market validation with universities and colleges. Curriculum first to build a strong foundation that dynamically builds a catalog, which is published and accessible for all students, lending itself to a primary goal of institutions, student success and service. To elaborate on our approach, Kuali has developed what we call a pyramid of success to get at the heart of the mission of every institution. By offloading or automating some of the work from end users to this solution, users can focus on building a foundation of high quality, relevant, and student-centered curriculum that they can use to dynamically build and publish accurate data and other content in the academic catalog on demand for broad and inclusive access, and ultimately provide a genuine opportunity for all students to benefit in the overall goal towards student success and service. To reach that desired outcome, Kuali is unique in the market because of its modern cloud-native software. As recent as 2014, Kuali engineered curriculum and catalog management to be built for and hosted in the cloud. So not just hosted, but also built for the cloud, allowing us to leverage some of the latest and greatest technologies available. Kuali's focus on user experience design led us to design one place or one solution for curriculum and catalog. You no longer have to navigate to multiple systems or multiple URLs just to access curriculum and catalog management. One place, one solution. Designed with you in mind, institutions can tailor Kuali to their brand and needs through no-code configuration or customization, eliminating the need for custom development, which is extremely costly over time. No-code configuration customizations also assures the ability for the solution to remain flexible and agile for integration with other systems to streamline data. I want to highlight 9 key features to keep an eye out as we give you a tour of the system. Kuali Curriculum Management has next-generation smart forms, allowing us to configure that to institution-specific rules and guidelines, and leverage progressively disclosure to dynamically show and hide sections of the form based on user input. The solution uses graphical workflows unique to Kuali to have a simple drag and drop interface to build out your curricular governance processes. The solution includes dependency analysis to make connections and recognize impact throughout your curricular ecosystem. You're able to dynamically build catalog from curriculum so you don't have to start from scratch. And then you're able to provide broad and inclusive access, publish on-demand catalogs that are responsive in design across phones, computers, tablets. You can generate PDFs for accreditation, Veterans Affairs, record keeping. And all users can gain insight with personalized dashboards and reports. If you can capture the data in the system, you can report on that data. We support all major single sign-on protocols: SAML, CAS, LDAP, ADFS. We have open APIs following the REST pattern, available, included within the application, and our SIS connector, which is a student information system agnostic connection service to be able to integrate between curriculum management and your student information system. As a result of Kuali's unique collaborative partnership approach outlined by our Pyramid of Success, our partners can expect to produce high quality and student-centered curriculum to stay relevant, increase student success, provide broad and inclusive access, offer transparency, track changes and provide proof of review that is maintained as an archive of a record and can be used for things like accreditation. I'm going to switch gears now and go over into a live demo of curriculum and catalog management. Starting from the home page of curriculum management, we see our dashboard. The dashboard is going to provide quick access to all of the proposals that you may be working on within the system. Or if you have a proposal in review, you can check on the status of that review. You can continue editing any drafts that you've created or that have been shared with you in the system. On the right, we have the action list. If a proposal requires your attention for approval or acknowledgement, that's going to show up here. You're also going to get an email notification anytime your review is required of a particular proposal. On the left-hand side, you see a number of different content items available in the system. This particular instance has been configured to capture courses, programs, specializations, and policies. Below policies, we have our proposals area, which is going to give you access to all of the proposals under review in draft format, approved or denied proposals within the system. Clicking into courses here, you'll see across the top we have a search bar available to us. I can very quickly create a new course draft proposal. I can page through the results. I can filter based on status. And in this particular instance, I've configured it to be able to filter based on department and college within the system. Using the search bar, I can very easily narrow my search results down to get to the exact record or records I'm interested in. Clicking into a particular course record, we can see now the course form configuration. This is just one configuration, and it can be configured to match your institutional preferences and guidelines. Across the top here, we have a green bar indicating that this is the current version of Chem 221, and it's effective summer 2020 to indefinite. I can also see past versions of the course here, and clicking into those will show me the version of this record that was valid spring 2017 to spring 2020. Scrolling down, I want to highlight just a few of the different types of fields that we have available. Of course, the form configuration is going to come with standard options like text inputs, radio buttons, checkboxes, and so on. We also have very highly curricular specific gadgets available within the system. This is what we call our rules gadget, able to capture prerequisites, co-requisites, program requirements, admission requirements, things like that. Scrolling a little bit further down, we have our outcomes gadget, where we're able to enter in course level outcomes and link them to program outcomes, as well as add any additional outcome attributes that you might need to capture within the system. Scrolling just a little bit further down, we see our dependencies section. The dependencies section can be added to any place in the form, and it's going to highlight any courses or programs or other records within the system that require this course or make reference to this course. I can simply expand this Chem 221L, and it will show me that I need to be concurrently enrolled in this Chem 221 course, and we're able to see that linkage right here within the record. I can also see a program requirement here, and expanding that will show me the rules for that chemistry program. If I want to propose changes to this particular record, I can simply click the Propose Changes button. That's going to create a new version of this course, a new draft record for this course, where I can change anything on the field that I'm allowed to change. I can set the effective catalog year. In this case, it's automatically generated it to be fall 2021. And I can change other things. I want to update the description. I can scroll down further and add additional course requirements. And change any of the fields available to me within the system. If I leave edit mode and go back into view mode, we're going to see all the changes highlighted here at the top: description, prerequisites, and the effective catalog year in this case. And scrolling down, I can see the changes highlighted right on the form, making it easy to locate exactly what has changed if I'm working on the draft or if I was in a reviewer. Across the right-hand side, we have the ability to submit this for approval. I can continue editing the draft or delete the proposal. I can share my proposal with other users in the system. I can add comments to other users in the system if I'd like to. I can grant edit access as part of my comment or leave it as view only. I can add information to the comment thread, and then those comments will all be tracked within the proposal, and I can see that conversation highlighted there. If I wanted to submit this for review and send it into the workflow process, I can simply click the Submit for Approval button. I also have an Admin Approve button because I happen to be an administrator within the system. If I submit for approval, it's going to send the proposal into workflow. And you can see now the header has changed to blue and it's indicated as under review. We can see now the workflow status is showing it as in progress. And I can see that the department chair, it's been sent to the department chair, in this case, the chemistry department, where it's waiting for the approval of these users who are assigned to that chair role within the chemistry department. If I expand this, I can see all the proposal steps that are needed for this particular proposal. And across the right-hand side, because I'm an approver, I'm able to approve here, send it back for additional information, deny the proposal, or withdraw the proposal. If I need the proposer to add additional information, I can simply send this back and say, please add additional requirement. And now the proposal will be sent back to the proposer where they can make the corresponding changes. We provide a sent back notification there. And of course, this is also tracked within the system where the comment that was entered is timestamped and dated. As the proposer, I can go in and make any additional changes that I might need. Say I want to add the corresponding lab course. And we can see that change highlighted here. Changes are automatically saved as you make them and available within the audit log. So you can see all of the workflow actions as well as the individual field updates that were made to the particular fields. As the proposer, I can go ahead and resubmit this for further review. We can see my comment has been added there. And now it's been sent back to the chemistry chair where they can approve, add an optional comment, and this will send it along to the next step within the workflow process, capturing that approval comment there, completing the step, and moving things along to the next step, which happens to be for the College of Science and Math chair. I'm going to switch gears a little bit and talk about how we configure the workflow to be able to capture all of the different governance process needs within the system. As an administrator from System Settings, I can click into any of the workflows for each of the different types of content. I'll click into my course workflow here. And I can see now I'm looking at the workflow process for courses. This is just an example configuration. And of course, it can be configured to match your specific needs. Across the left-hand side, we have several different types of steps available to us within the system. We have approval steps, we have acknowledgement steps, we have notification steps, and we have branch steps. Here's an example of a branch step where we've configured different routes to move proposals through based on certain criteria. In this case, we're showing an example of a route for new types of courses where we're seeing proposal is create, a route for changing a particular course, and a route for retiring a course. We can add other conditions to route accordingly for different departments or different types of credit change scenarios. Lots of flexibility to route based on your governance needs. Clicking into an approval step, you'll notice that we have several different routing options within the approval step settings. I can route to a person in a role or a group based on data on the form. In this case, we're routing to the college chair based on the college field. So if I enter the College of Sciences Math, it's going to go to that corresponding chair role, and any users in that role will be given a notification requesting their review for approval. I can also route to a specific group. This is useful if you need to route to a group for all different types of proposals, not dynamically different based on data on the form. I can route to the proposer. I can route to a user specified on the form, or I can route to any specific user, entering that user within the configuration details here. Further down in the role settings, I can make a proposal editable at a particular step or not. I can set whether the step should be skipped if the role is empty. And then I can set my response options, requiring either a single vote to move a proposal forward or requiring a percentage of approvals. And I can also require a percentage of responses. Clicking over into the acknowledgement step, you can see we have the same kinds of routing options. In this case, we're routing to the department committee based on the department field on the form. We can also set if this step should be skipped if the role is empty. And we can give any of these steps a custom label as needed. Scrolling a little bit further, you can see an example of a notification step. In this case, we're sending a notification to the proposer. We can set the email subject, and then we can set the body of the email using variables from the proposal to custom tailor that notification with relevant details for, in this case, the proposer. Scrolling a little bit over further to the right, click this registrar step. Here's an example where we're going to route all proposals to the registrar's office and to the registrar for their review. And you can see here it says if the registrar denies it, it's going to go back to the college dean for further review. This is representing an appeals process. We call these denial steps, allowing you to configure scenarios where further review might be needed if it's denied at a particular step in the workflow process. I'm going to click over into the reports area and talk a little bit about the different reports within the system. Within the system, we have the ability to pull up a report for courses, programs, specializations, policies, any of the curricular data that you're storing within the system. If I click into my course report here, you'll notice several fields appear by default. We have code, title, description, date created, and status. But I can go ahead and configure my columns with any of the data available to me on the form. If I click the course credits field here, you'll notice now the course credits are rendering here. If I want my course credits to appear immediately after the code, I can simply drag and drop those, and it will re-render the report with the course credits in the appropriate order. Clicking over into the filters area, I can filter based on the different statuses within the system. I can filter based on the date last modified, where I'm pulling up a date picker. I can also filter, in this case, based on department and college, or activate advanced filters, where I can filter based on just about any type of field within the system. In this case, I'm creating a filter to only show courses that are greater than or equal to 3 credits. And so we can see all of the courses matching this criteria, even range courses within the system. If I want to save this report for further use, I can save that here and click OK. And now my report will be available to me on my report dashboard, where I can click into it and it will render using the exact same settings and filters that I've previously configured. From here, I can download a CSV if I need to bring this data into another application. Or I can download the CSV directly from my reports dashboard. Also available within the system is the ability to activate and use proposal groups and agendas. Proposal groups are a good way to group different proposals and track their movement through the system. This is particularly helpful for new programs where a program and its corresponding courses all need to make it through the relevant governance processes. You can track that right within the system. For proposals under review, you can even take actions on those proposals from right within the proposal group. Agendas are available within the system to be able to create agendas for curriculum review meetings or things like that. I can give my agendas a title, a date, a time, location. I can add attendees and add proposals or attachments or description as needed to help facilitate those curriculum review meetings. Once I've set my attendees, I can send my agenda to those listed or enter additional email addresses as needed. Since curriculum management is configured to accurately manage all of the curricular data and related governance processes around various different types of curricular records, we can use that information to dynamically build a configurable catalog that uses all of the relevant curricular data and automatically generates our catalog for us. I'm going to click over and show just an example of a catalog here embedded in a catalog demo site. We have a home page that we've created. We have other pages like a president's message. We have the ability to create nested content items and display those here. And then, of course, we can bring in the relevant curricular data, all grouped together and accurate based on that data that's being managed within curriculum management. I'm going to show you how that's done in the catalog application. Here's my sample undergraduate catalog 2021 catalog, where I'm able to set a start date and end date. Those dates are going to be used to pull over the relevant courses, programs, specializations, policies, or other curricular data that you're storing within the system. I can create content items, which are like pages that I can use within the catalog. If I click into my home page, I can see the picture that I've uploaded as well as additional text there. I can create content sets. This is going to allow me to create groupings of pages. In this case, I have an About Kuali page where I've added a mission and purpose page and an institutional welcome center. I can generate PDFs as needed, and I can finally administer the settings for my catalog. Clicking into settings is going to show the navigation area where I set my main navigation. You can see this corresponds to the main menu of the catalog that we were just looking at. I can very easily drag and drop menu items as needed. And clicking over into each of the different content types, I can pull in the exact data points that I might want to display for a particular type of curricular record. In this case, we're showing course credits, course description, delivery method, and requirements for a course. I can change the header for this particular field as needed. I can also tell a field if it's a particularly long piece of text. I can tell it to be expanded or collapsed or truncated if I want it to display that way. And I can rearrange these items as needed so they appear in the corresponding order when I'm viewing a course. The same is true for programs. In this case, I've pulled in the degree type, description, and curricular requirements for my particular program. And I can do that for specializations as well. Clicking preview will bring a preview of the generated catalog where I'm able to review my pages that I've created. I can click into courses and see the different courses available to me. I can click into programs and see the different programs that are within the catalog. I can also use my search bar at the top to search across different types of curricular records. So in this case, my search for chem pulls up a program and several courses. I can also expand to see all results, where I can filter based on different types of curricular content within the system. I can filter based on courses or add back in programs. And I can very easily click into a corresponding record and see all of the different types of data that I need to pull in. Once I'm ready to publish my catalog, it's a simple process of taking about 7 lines of embed code and pasting it into a page on your website where the catalog will render within your website. There's no need to map any DNS or handle any of that. The catalog is simply embedded on your website. Here's a complete example where we have some information sent to the header, some information in the body, and finally the inclusion of a script which helps to render the catalog. This is publicly available at developers.kuali.co, along with all of our REST API documentation for curriculum management. I want to leave you with just a quick recommendation as you're understanding Kuali Curriculum Management and Catalog Management more. I encourage you to bookmark Kuali's glossary of terms for curriculum and catalog management in our Zendesk portal. This can help you to understand some of the functionality available to you in Kuali Curriculum and Catalog Management. Thank you. We hope this was a valuable overview of Kuali Curriculum and Catalog Management. Have a good day.